I just want to let you know if this jersey conflicts with the background. Sorry, it's not my fault. I'm just so excited I got this San Jose Sharks retro jersey because I love me some San Jose Sharks. Alright guys, gals, and everything in between, I'm here today to review for you Hellboy. So Hellboy is the reboot slash re-envisioning of the comic book material, and it of course has David Harbour as Hellboy, now taking the mantle over Ron Perlman. So this film is a sort of new direction for the series. It's about ultimately a witch, and the witch was stopped by King Arthur, but now she's back to cause some damage. One man, or demon man, can stop it. I must praise David Harbour as Hellboy. I think he did a perfectly serviceable job. I think he actually did a very good job in the role. He was not breaking out any, masterwork acting here. We're not talking about BBC. We're talking about the guy from Stranger Things did a better job than Ron Perlman. So that's at least me in my opinion. I know for this review, actually, I'm going to get a lot of flack, but that's also fine because as a reviewer, I have accepted this as canon to my life. I actually liked this movie in many regards more than the Del Toro films. I know. And you know what? I'm just going to start off with the David Harbour thing. I'm not a fan of Ron Perlman. Sorry, I'm just not. But David Harbour, I think, did a great job. And I would actually compare this, in my opinion, because in terms of the Del Toro Hellboy films, because I do like the comics of Hellboy, this is in my opinion, Golden Army was the best, and then the first Hellboy, because I actually thought the sequel was better. This, I think, is about on par with Golden Army, and because I'm not a fan of Ron Perlman, it kind of has some advantages. There's some really, really bad special effects in this film, and that does bother me. But I will say that they did almost take a nod to Del Toro's legacy by having a lot of practical effects in the film, and that was a very, very strong advantage intermixed with the frankly bad special effects, because there were a couple spots in the film that I said, this honestly has been done visual effects wise better by some YouTubers who went on to After Effects tutorials than the professional Hollywood people with millions of dollars of budget. Special effects were not that good, but I will say the cinematography, the action was mostly filmed okay. The transitions between scenes felt a little bit jarring, where it's almost like they went to film school again for a refresher course and went, apparently if you just lay out a shot of something that's not the set, it'll establish this is near that thing. But they don't establish why or how these characters went there. So randomly, you'll just see Hellboy walking through, Irish landscape of fields and meadows and stuff, and beach. And you're just like, so he's there now, I guess, just in another part of the world. There's nothing that happened in between, and sure, nothing could have happened in between. But it just felt so jarring when you're in the middle of downtown, and then the next shot is the ocean in Europe when you were in Louisiana, the scene before. I'm just making an example. I'm not saying that actually happened. But the landscape of Europe did happen a couple times where you're like, how'd they get there and why? This is not a perfect film, and I never asked it to be. This was a fun film. I enjoyed it. The action was great. At times, the gore felt a little too much. It didn't necessarily need to just have random shots of brain matter on the ground. Just saying. But the blood, all of that, that was cool, that was welcome. It was a different take on Hellboy because of the fact that it was PG or PG-13 for Hellboy 1 and 2. So it was definitely different. But again, some of it felt a little unnecessary, that they were trying almost too hard to be different. I would honestly like to see David Harbour play Hellboy again, although based on the projected box office numbers, I doubt it. But this film has gotten crapped on by a lot of people. I frankly don't see why. I actually think this was an enjoyable time. Was it a great time? Is it something that we're going to be talking about at the end of the year? Hell no. I will say that I think this was a fun time at the movies, and I will say you'd probably enjoy it at a discount viewing. So, alright, guys, gals, and everything in between. Not exactly like a perfect movie or anything like that, but no one asked it to be. It was just a fun time. Go out there, see the film, and just have a good time. You might enjoy it. You might not, too. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and let me know if you didn't enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Got plenty more videos coming to you. Love you guys.